not look hard.
One of the fantastic things about Barcelona is you can come down here to the beach in your lunch hour, you order a paella and you sit here and eat it. It's fantastic. It takes a long time to prepare, so if you order paella, be patient.
And for dessert, you know just where to head for a light glazed puff pastry. Better hope that Jungle's around.
Hey everybody, we're going to see! Come on!
Hawking his donuts and his unique dose of happiness makes any wayfarer glad to have found his way to the world's best urban beach in 2005. From bustling and busy to reserved and refined, we're heading back west to a beach so exquisite you'd call it picture perfect. Number 2 on the list, Bermuda, our expert's choice for world's best postcard perfect beach.
Oh, yay! Welcome to Bermuda!
The sun never sets on the British Empire, but when it rises on Bermuda, the dawn will steal your breath.
This is without a doubt one of the most beautiful places in the world. There's beauty everywhere.
Historian Ruth Thomas has seen her island's beauty inspire the artist in many a visitor.
At one moment, the ocean can be turquoise, and then all of a sudden, you'll get a deep blue. And of course, there are a million shades of green all over the island.
The lush palette continues with the pink beaches on the south side of the island. The color comes from remnants of a one-celled organism that washes up from the sea.
And we therefore like to say that our beaches are blushing.
And finally, pastel houses perfectly frame all this natural splendor.
And it gives the island a look of a fairyland.
A picture-perfect fairyland, even though Bermuda is just an hour and a half away from the East Coast. In fact, the island was settled in 1612, when a ship headed for Jamestown wrecked on the treacherous reef surrounding the island. Their legacy still stands with the magnificent architecture in the town of St. George.
I believe you can honestly say that this area that we're now standing in is the most historic English area in the New World.
That it really has this sense of British style to it, really adopted British culture, so that you really have this sense that while you are on Bermuda, you're almost part of England, and I think that's a nice touch.
To fit into this British landscape, you better bring a blazer. The shorts, you can buy at Trimmingham's.
Bermuda shorts date back to the 1800s when the British military were here, and they were just too hot in their long trousers. So they adopted the shorts, and today Bermudians now wear a similar style short in many different colors.
Almost as eye-catching as the sky above Bermuda. It's nature at its most magnificent. Just remember, when the skies look like this, wait it out inside with a dark and stormy, Bermuda's unofficial national drink.
Well, a dark and stormy is Gosling's Black Seal rum mixed with Barrett's ginger beer. The true gauge of a color of a dark and stormy should be the color of a cloud that only a fool or a dead man would sail under. That's my rule of thumb.
The game's back on when the skies regain their unreal blue. And it's no surprise that Bermuda boasts the most golf courses per square mile in the world. Just look at the backdrop.
Bogey.
Our final stop may well be the most awe-inspiring of all. A close-up view of the residents at Dolphin Quest at the Bermuda Maritime Museum.
Our mission here is to touch hearts and minds through fun and innovative experiences, and we absolutely do that, and people just have a great time. I've had people cry and hug me just for having them touch an animal, one of these dolphins, for the very first time.
Oh, the wonders you'll see on this little piece of paradise.
You see the beautiful sunrises, the sunsets. It's so beautiful, and the water, I can't describe it.
3 words will do.
It is a picture-perfect postcard.
Picture-perfect postcard. Enough said. We've counted them down. All that's left is the sandy shore that offers it all. for activities, cushy sand, and absolute splendor. In the last hour, we hopped horizons, searching the globe for unparalleled paradises. Our quest began with a bash. Number 10, the world's best party beach, Mykonos, Greece. Then we hit the breakers with the best surf beach, North Shore, Hawaii. Number 8 stole our heart with Bora Bora, the world's most romantic beach. And then squished our toes in the best sand beach, Harbor Island, Bahamas. We steered our ship to a little-known island called Fernando de Noronha, Brazil, the best-kept secret beach. No one was left behind when we took off for Palm Beach, Aruba, the best family beach. We traveled beyond sea and century to Tulum, the best ancient beach. And then picked up the beat in Barcelona, our choice for best urban beach. Before taking your breath away with Horseshoe Bay, Bermuda, a beach nothing short of picture perfect. Now, for the holy grail of beach havens, we head to the British West Indies to a small island called Anguilla, our experts' pick for World's Best All-Around Beach 2005.
Anguilla really is one of the best islands for beaches. It's got 36 of the most dazzling beaches I've ever seen. Even by Caribbean standards, they're showstoppers.
Flawless, maybe that's the word that I would use. I mean, it's amazing, and they're quiet. There's not a lot of people on them, so it almost feels like you have your own private beach.
The shores will feel like your very own if you don't mind a couple of the locals dropping in on you. Privacy is a priority in this spectacular setting. In Anguilla, you can be whisked away to a secluded cliff-lined bay, only accessible by boat. And if you get a little lonely, friends are more than willing to drop you a line. It's all about the view at this best all-around beach. And when you're ready to unpack, Anguilla's got your back. Rent one of the popular private villas, and it will be hard to tell where your private pool ends and the ocean begins. If you stay at the island's original resort and spa, you can relax in luxury with an Oasis stone massage, or enjoy the bubbles in your own therapeutic bath. But know there's more action bubbling below your room's view. Patrick and his friends came all the way from Canada to play in these pristine waters.
We just did some snorkeling here. There's a lot of fish, thousands of them, and the water is clear. I don't know the exact term in English, but it's great. It's very great.
If you prefer to observe fish under drier conditions, hop on one of Junior's tours. Locals and visitors alike love the limitless views.
We're gonna have a nice time on the glass bottom boat. What do you say? Yeah. All right, so we're in for a treat today. Let's give them a little hand today. All right. Wasn't that cool? Yeah. We don't even need a mask to see that. That was so cool.
Anguilla's selection as best all-around beach is obvious. But if you still haven't gotten the drift, perhaps you need someone to point it out.
Right now, maybe about 2 birds I can see, definitely. The more you look at it, the more you see.
Local artist Chetty Richardson walks Anguilla's shores in search of eye-catching driftwood.
Oh, I look for interesting shapes and just very dense wood that I can walk with.
Once Chetty has his would-be masterpiece, he takes it back to his studio where he uses the oh-so-delicate touch of his chainsaw to reveal what's hiding within. And he never fails to find inspiration. So the next time you're out admiring one of Anguilla's natives, you may want to think about making a little room in that suitcase. Lovers have often selected Anguilla as their romantic destination, and with good reason. The setting is spectacular, the local flavors exquisite.
Anguilla is an amazing dining destination. They're very sophisticated. One of Anguilla's specialties is its lobster. There's just nothing better than having a fresh pulled lobster with a little lime juice and melted butter sauce. It's just a fabulous experience.
Here, an amazing day doesn't mean it's time to call it a night. The local pump house was once the main house for the production of salt. Today, its biggest export comes in the form of rum punch and reggae. And if you really want to sip into high gear, let the flaming Lamborghini lead the way. If you don't think it's too hot to handle. This best all-around beach will have you planning your return before you even leave. There you have it. It's time to update that passport, put in for your 2 weeks vacation, and take on the world.